Yeah.
Yeah, I like that way of looking at it too. Um, just one little part of the story that I don't really have any idea about is the burning of the carnation in the fire in the
Mm,
candle.
mm,
Um, I mean, I mean, there's the carnation, the carne, the flesh, and then the fire can be kind of like a spirit, or fire cooks things. It transforms them into more digestible. When it cooks food, it becomes more digestible, more delicious, and it's also something that specifically to humans and kind of community and the skill of humans to cook food. But anyway, yeah, what did you think about that? Quite,
mm.
I was trying to link that to the progression of the story.
Yeah, that is interesting. One thing that I was just thinking, I don't have a strong answer, but we'll riff on it a little bit. Maybe we'll get somewhere. One thing I was thinking is that it starts with her accidentally lighting something on fire, and it ends with her purposefully lighting something on fire, but then it goes out when it's supposed. So there's this like weird kind of mirroring, almost reversal
Yeah.
of the like the two flames in the story.
Yeah.
But I don't know, there's something about a flower being a thing of beauty that is temporary.
Yeah.
It's an expression. It's like a fulfillment of life.
Mm.
In that,
Yeah.
like the plant, the sprout grows and the leaves
Yeah.
grow, then the stalk grows and the bud grows and the flower opens.
Yeah.
So it's sort of this like, it's the flowering of the plant, literally.
Yeah.
Could be metaphor for a flowering, but
Mm.
um, I don't know. It's it's like her dad finds it. Her dad's a laborer. He's out working in the fields. He brings her home this like image of
Mm.
some sort of flowering.
Mm.
And I don't know, she accidentally drops it into the candle,
Mm.
which is, in the classic Joseph Campbell hero's journey thing, the call to adventure is often an accident. You slip and you fall into adventure. So there's sort
Yeah.
of that element there. But
That
I
makes
think
sense.
there's something you said about like the flower and the carnation and the flesh and the fire and the sort of ritual purification or the cooking and like the flower could be seen as like a seed almost, or like a the motif of her eventual flowering as the bride of the prince. It's
Mm.
like that's the image of it. That's the because carne, flesh, solid, something that isn't just an idea. It's something,
Mm.
oh, this is a real thing. This could happen. But then to drop it into the fire is to, like you said, like cook it. It's to develop it further. It's to
Mm.
give it life. It's to sort of give up I mean, at the very beginning, it's to give up the perfect idea um, in order to seek it out in real life. So like instead
Mm.
of, for me, perfectionism hits really hard, eh, like you were saying, in relationships, and for me also in creative work. So like my newsletter, I haven't written that in a few weeks because I've been pretty wiped out. And I've been sort of caught in this perfectionist cycle of like, oh, I need to have the right idea. I need to figure out what I'm doing. I need to have the right kind of energy. I need to be in the right kind of mood at the right amount of time. And, you know, none of that has happened. Um, but in that moment, there's this idea I have of like what the perfect thing would be. And to start the journey towards actually realizing that perfect thing, the image of it would have to be given up, I would think.
Yeah.
So it feels like almost like a involuntary sacrifice on the daughter's part of something, in that she doesn't mean to do it, but she the whatever it is that the beauty of the flower speaks to her, it deposits in her some kind of a longing, because as soon as it's the image of it is gone, she can't stay home anymore. That's what the story
Yeah,
says. At that point, she has to leave.
that's
So
right.
the flower has done something to like initiate her into her journey.
Yeah.
It's created like a almost like a hey, you can have something this beautiful. And then once that image, the signifier of the beauty is gone, then she's left to wonder what's possible. I guess in meditation, if you have like a big aha moment where you're like, oh, I see we're all one with everything and whatever, and then it goes away and you're like, shit, I'm back in my old self. Like, what was that? Or a lot of people I think experience that with like psychedelics and drugs. They have
Mm,
these big
yeah.
kind of breakthrough moments, and then afterwards there's this sense of like, what was I even thinking? But
Yeah.
you know now you have this image and you have this understanding of some kind of beauty or some kind of meaning that's possible, and then you want to go out into the world to seek it. So actually, I'm like hearing myself talk. I'm like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. But I certainly wasn't thinking that ahead of time. I was also, when you asked about like what the flower was, I was like, yeah, I haven't really looked at that one too close. But I think that the transmutation by fire really kind of is the key. Like you were saying, the cooking, fire as development, evolution, sort of there's something there that I can't
Yeah.
quite wrap a thread all the way around, but I think it's pretty clear. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's great. As you were talking, you started at some point you said it was like, or I was thinking an offering, and you said something similar, like it was a sacrifice or something.
Mm. Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, I think it makes sense a lot in sort of imagery language. So her father sees in his work, in his labor, his daily kind of doing what he's supposed to be doing, helping out himself, his family, and sort of going into the elements a little bit. And then the product of that in some way is that he finds this beautiful flower growing that is somehow symbolic of that is that is beautiful and is symbolic of flesh, of a human in some way. And I think you talked about it being like an image sort of maybe of his daughter. And anyway, that's what I was thinking, is like it was an image of his daughter, and so he brings it to her as a as a gift, like, this is how I think of you. This is what you are to me. That's kind of like what a gift is, right? It's like this is a little thing that is some representation of our relationship. And sometimes, I think a great gift is when you can offer. So I think of like a good gift as something that they like or need, that doesn't it is from like a true like or need. It's not something that's sort of exacerbated or unnatural, or something that will make them that's actually on a wrong path in their life.
Mm.
But I think of a great gift as something that you can give them that they did not know that they needed or wanted. And so it's, it kind of can help move things forward. And when the laborer brings the flower to her, yeah, this is something that is like her fate, and the life, and um but yeah, she's not ready for it. She's not there yet in her life, so yeah, she drops it, and then that initiates the laborious journey and hardships and trials, and the impossible tasks that are given to her. In many stories, there's like sort of older maternal, kind of maybe slightly twisted, older maternal figure will give the Cinderella-like character the uh, the impossible task that she has to do, but then she kind of like develops herself through that.
Hmm. Hmm.
And
Yeah.
just thinking of like the flower, dropping the flower into the candle is kind of like a an offering I was thinking the fact that she can't say anything shows that she's not, what would you say? She's not ready for it, or she's not worthy, or something like that. It's like,
Please like and subscribe for more of our open minded content, and comment below on your thoughts or questions about the story. Let us know if you'd like us to cover another stimulating story, and thank you for participating.